Hello, everyone. Welcome to the bonus episode of Ant Farm, which is being recorded on the 21st of December. So this would be 1.5 years, roughly. I think a bit over after the recording of Ant Farm, and I'm making this video mainly because I'm going to delete all of the files. In this video, we are mainly going through the files. My file folder for FTC. This video, I don't know how long this will be. I'm assuming like 20 minutes. I have no script, so I'm going to be rambling a lot. I'm not gonna cut this at all, I don't think. So if you liked FTC Ant Farm, the final season as of now, and most likely forever, feel free to just like sit back, get a drink. I myself have an IPA here with me. I'm going to take my first sip now. It's a bit on the warm side. It's pretty old. I had it there on the shelf actually. I had a couple of them left, and this is the last one. So yeah, it's a bit warm. But yeah, this is kick back, get some snacks, and maybe just listen. We're gonna talk a bit about the season. I like these sort of videos. Actually, one thing that I watch on YouTube a lot nowadays is videos like this, where there's no script and it's just a guy talking. So yeah, I guess without further ado, let's get into it. And this is even though I'm gonna title it like Ant Farm Mole Core Episode 0, something like that, I'm gonna make a clickbaity title. It's not an Ant Farm episode really, it's more about FTC as a whole. So here we go, and when we do this, cool transition did not work. Anyway, this is hopefully it is indeed appearing. Yes, it is. This is the Ant Farm, not the Ant Farm folder, the FTC folder, in which I have everything that exists currently of FTC. I have to point out that there were indeed 3 seasons aside from this, which had been recorded to some extent, and there were others planned. There was the higher one that we planned on doing, and there was a one that I wanted to do, which would have been Minecraft, but all was a fish. So that would have been interesting, and I probably would have wanted to do not Antworm, to Skyblock 2 at some point, but none of that happened. So the seasons we recorded was Starbound, which is where I begin to lose motivation on this series, is with Starbound. If I remember correctly, Starbound was recorded after Ant Farm. It was like recorded while Ant Farm was in production. And for those who don't know, Ant Farm was done. Basically, all of it was done in 2020. I got the intro a bit after New Year's 2021. After which I put them together in late winter 2021. After which I didn't touch it until now when I uploaded it. And I didn't want to upload it at first. I just thought it would be too dated. My main thing was I don't like uploading old stuff, which is why I didn't upload it for too long. And while I waited on uploading, it just got older and older. So it kind of reinforced my justification on not uploading it. But here we are, and I did upload it. It got out and it went pretty well. It was pretty decent. Did pretty well. It's not the best taco ever, but at the time of doing it was fun, and at the time of editing it, it was also fun. I genuinely enjoyed editing a lot, and now I have my keys on the floor. I'm going to pick them up because I need something to fidget because I cannot focus otherwise. Whatever. So that's the story of Ant Farm. I think I already told it in the announcement video, but yeah. Let's talk FTC itself. So after Ant Farm, the seasons planned were Starbound, which Starbound was where I began to lose my motivation because I highly liked the Starbound recording, and unfortunately, I have no footage left of it. I don't think I have, and if I had, I wouldn't know where it would be. I don't remember the cast fully. Tony was in it. The mains were in it. I think was Gene in it? I'm not sure. Hammond was in it. Hayden was in it for like a minute. Hayden died first. I think at like max 5 minutes in. Hayden was supposed to be back for another season after it anyway, but yeah. I think that's it. No, I wish there were more people. I'm just trying to remember. Vextex was in it. Tomb was in it also, I think. Yeah, Tomb was in it. I think Tomb commented about it. So yeah, that would have been like 8 people. Well, 7. I'm pretty sure he had a cast of 7. I wanted it to have a cast of 7 because I like 7. I think it's the best number you can have for a cast. 8 is a dumb number because it's not fun to start with an equal number. And the 9 is too much. Which that time had like 10 people in it, I think. So that was a bit much, but at the same time, I wanted a lot of people into a lot of cool people I wanted to have in it. So that's the reason for it. And as the Starbound, we recorded at the Among Us Mini, which you people might have noticed here. One, the half of it done, but that was at the Among Us guys, but also my motivation on editing it died down. And then there was also DayZ, which wasn't originally even an FTC season. It was a Lynx thing that he did. And I really liked that season, but he didn't want to upload it. And I said I'll edit it and upload it as FTC. And he said yes. And I was going in it with a different plan of editing, which I still kinda, if one day, miraculously, I find the reason to be interested in the hardcore community anymore, I kind of want to edit a season like that, where I edit it in one file. It's one big... My plan was to have one big, like, 5-hour video of it, like, not the overlay, like, the cuts, the jokes, the music, one big chunk, and then cut it into episodes and slap the overlay on it. Which, I wanted to do a lot of things with the overlay. Ant Farm was the last season that was supposed to have the standard hardcore format overlay. It ended up being the last season anyway. But I wanted to basically not have the overlay was the idea. But I still wanted to use the ports because I like drawing. So I wanted to have a semi-overlay-ish. But I wanted the overlay to be dynamic. I wanted to change during the season. I didn't want to keep death ports on the overlay. After people died, I think the next episode it would be logical to just remove them because they were in the season. Kind of what I did in the very old Mr. Mysticore, the first season, where I cut out the people from the intro who died because they're not they're not in the episode, so they don't need to be introduced. Which is what I probably would have done with that. And well, one thing I also wanted to do was to move away from intros, but that was like the desire to not have intros. I believe, which is not something I talked about, but the desire to not have intros goes back to Mr. Mysticore Season 1, where I wanted to figure out a way where I could, with a singular sort of frame of edit, start the season, and in the same introduce everyone, sort of, in a way. But I never figured out a good way to do it. Basically, I don't like the hardcore formula. I think it's it's super, like, repetitive. I've been watching Board Binland recently. I think today is when the last episode actually comes out. And I think they actually do more than just have a list of people I knew, maybe Danger Flash, stuff like that, which I didn't do Danger Flashes because danger is objective. There's no objective way to count who is at danger at what point, so I didn't see a reason to do it. I don't like the people who... I don't know if this is around anymore, but I know that people used to do that. They count the danger flashes and they put it in the comments when someone died, like, as stats. Like, that's not stats. You can't have stats like that in a series where every different host and editor does them differently. for different people with different criteria. That's just not how it works. So yeah, one reason why I didn't do them is because, like I said, danger is subjective. They would also give away moments of danger. I guess you don't use them, but then if there's danger, but it's not obvious danger, and there's no danger flashes, then why is there danger flash when it's obvious danger? The danger flashes are supposed to be a thing that tells the viewer that someone is in danger, reminds them of them being in danger. I guess it's a framing device, but then it's not consistent. But then things have to be consistent. Like, one thing that I kept running into this wall repeatedly when it came to editing hardcore was that deaths are supposed to have the same impact and are supposed to be kind of treated the same. Which is, I don't like that. Why should we do that? That's not a good type of framing. If a death is really boring, why does it have to be shown? If it's not interesting content, why does it have to be in the video? And I know a lot of people like, that's not what hardcore is about. Well, why did you railroad hardcore to be a specific thing? This is what I always felt like. I kept running into this wall when it came to making a series. Not necessarily that I wanted to cut out any deaths, ever. I don't think I've ever had that feeling. But the fact of, especially in Skyblock, I didn't want to have the Wither hunt in it, for the most part, because it wasn't interesting. I wanted to have the deaths, and then when they get the skulls, I didn't want to have the other bits in it. Yeah. There's like, in every series that I've edited, I think, like, this could be shorter. Think about it. Spelunky is my favorite season, probably. How it turned out. Go and watch Spelunky. I spent a lot of time on it. It didn't get enough views for the time I spent on it. Spelunky, I actually highly liked editing. Every time I came to Spelunky editing it, I was excited for the new things I should do, and each episode took like many hours of editing, because I would do like these little things that really aren't that important, but take a long time. Like, all these keyframes. Spelunky has more, I think, what's one of the episodes, it's either the third episode or the fourth episode of Spelunky has like the most keyframes. Like, it has more keyframes than I think all of Anthem combined, because the footage is constantly moving, it's constantly cutting, it's constantly engaging, because the recording of Spelunky has a lot of moments where no one is speaking, and it's just quiet and sitting, and the recording of Spelunky was really long, because the game was super laggy, and for everyone else except Link, the game ran like shit. So yeah, that's why. But yeah, I like Spelunky. Go watch Spelunky, that's the verdict on it. Spelunky, I could work freely, and even then I had people telling me it wouldn't count as a full season. It's a mini, because there are resets in it. And even though there's an arching goal throughout the season, which is the goal they had, but it has only 4 people in it. So it's only a mini, and the people come back in it, and that's like, why shouldn't we break the formula when the formula is incredibly boring and has been the same for like 9 years? More than that. When did PPG Minecraft come out? I don't know. 2011 or 2012? No. Or 2010? I don't know. Anyway, has been that for probably over 10 years. And we haven't changed. The formula hasn't changed. And people keep still doing the same game. And do what you love. And I love the old seasons. I like them. And I sometimes do enjoy doing it that way. But it's not. There isn't enough change, in my opinion. It's change can be good. Creativity is important. But I guess the problem is that hardcore became this fandom. And I've always said the fandom, creativity dies in a fandom. It's a play on Democracy Dies in the Darkness. So creativity dies in a fandom. No one wants to take a risk when they know they can make a. I guess you can't really say that with fan hardcore fandom, because I don't think anyone is really making money with their work in this in this industry. I think there's like one sponsored episode of like a Kai hardcore ones that I remember. And yeah, I think some of the bigger ones might get just enough views to get some bit of revenue out of it. But I don't even remember there being like ads on Boiled Peanuts or something like that, or some of those. So maybe they. Actually, I think there are ads on some of those. But I don't know. I haven't watched a hardcore side on Boiled Peanuts in a year, probably. So the ones that I've been in a long time ago, and those just have been uploaded later. Like I think I did the Luca hardcore that I was in. I think was like this year, but the other ones I don't actually know. When they were made, I think there was a Jam made like a season at some point. Yeah, but I don't know when that was recorded. I was 10 Jill in that, I think. If it's Minecraft season, yeah. But whatever. The point of it is that it has formulated. People want to do what's safe, and they don't want to venture out. And when they do venture out, I think it's great. So, let me check OBS. How long? I've talked for 16 minutes, and I have not yet gotten to the point. And I thought this would be a 20-minute video, so I guess I have to do this faster. So this is the FTC folder. As you can see, there's no Skyblock thing because I deleted all of the Skyblock files many years ago. Here is Antform, which is the main thing. The intro. Intro was made by Pixelup, and these are the intros that I asked for. I don't know why there are two in the intro number 3s. Yeah, so obviously there wasn't like we have to make a version of the intro with like every possibility, like one for each. There's no, just make the versions that you actually need. Yeah, I like the song, by the way. It's a Sabaton song, and I'm a fan of Sabaton. Here is the footage. I don't know if this is all of the footage, but there wasn't that Arian's footage oofed and whacked in the code, I believe, and then everyone else recorded. Oh, you can see here we have Lucas Spec footage. Hopefully this isn't too loud. I'm gonna mute it. We have Lucas Spec footage. It says Jag is fucking retarded down here. I agree. This was never used in any point. There is one single time where I used spec footage in the entire season, which I believe in episode 6, and it's I believe for under 10 seconds. Because most of the spec footage looks like it's people going to the wall and it doesn't look nice. Like this doesn't look that nice. There are a couple exceptions to that. But yeah, I guess they never ducked those spiders. But they do at some point because the spider gets up there on the roof. This is when Harp dies, and this is all the spec footage, by the way. It's only 40 minutes. There is no more of it. Look how much I spec recorded, but he didn't really record much of it. Excuse me, took another sip of my IPA. Also, I believe, yeah, we have Eben spec, and it was in here. It was some time at this point that I used the only clip that I would use. I'll go back up in between. Yeah, then we go back. It was around this bit here. This I believe is the only bit of spec footage that I use, which is I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna walk over here and I'm gonna throw a sulker box into the lava. Or I do it at some point, or I already did it. Whatever. And that was even sulker box there too, I believe. So yeah, that's the footage department. It's all here. It's all gonna go away later after this, and it's gonna all be deleted because it takes up room on my laptop, which doesn't have that much room. Here we have assets, which is only the Anthem logo, because we have another thing here called assets, which has a lot of random images that I've accidentally saved here, like record.png. But what is the go? I don't know when this is from, but apparently this is from the Chapco server, and for some reason I had like a purple name. Yeah, this is a painting made by Hitler. I don't know why this is here. This is the actual picture of Hitler. I needed this for a school project, I believe. Yeah, wait, a lot of things. This is for Fire Emblem Sheer that we planned with Jap that I don't think we ever did. This is the death sound for Ryan. Use different death sound. This is footsteps. I believe we're using a teaser. Different types of overlay. This is overlay for a video that I planned that I never did. Here we have the new assets, which I'm gonna go back to in a bit. Yeah, no, fuck, I clicked too far. No! Did I dox myself here? I didn't. There's nothing bad in here. Not like there would be. I was just afraid that there would be like a folder with my full name and address and stuff like that on it. Where was I? Yeah, and Farm was season. Now I want to help down USB extension on the floor. I'm gonna also pick it up. And Farm was a thing. Here are the drafts. They are boring. This is my misspelling of obsolete. But this is the original episode 2, which for those who didn't know, episode 1 was episode 2 and episode 1 and 2 combined, because the original episode 2 was really boring and nothing happened. It was also really short. It was 8 minutes, which I think is my main gripe with the season. Now some episodes are way too long. I think maximum length is like 15 minutes. Yeah, this was the original, and this ended with us figuring out that ooh, someone is dead, and it turned out to be Chandler. And this is the episode 2 that we came up with after that, the first draft here. By the way, yeah, all of the inventories were censored. I don't think I failed it a single time. This is version 2 drafts. They have the overlay now, and I believe that's the only thing I add is the overlay, like the actual portraits and camera icons, which actually takes a surprising amount of time. Whatever. Then we go here with the final, and this is where the actual episodes are. This is an episode template for it, and then these are the episodes, and as you can see, I already have the full names here, so I don't have to come up with them and actually get them on YouTube. This is about this is the best episode. Episode 3 was pretty boring, right? I don't remember. Episode 7 is Then the endings, there were a couple. The main one was this one with the most mysterious song on the internet on the background, and it's Goldfish, and it's the same loop every time to piss off Jab. This is ending 6, which I made because I forgot I actually made the outro thing, and I thought there might be some closer needed. But then I remembered, and I put the outro in anyway. So with episode 6 ends really weirdly, where there's first this thing, and then there's the outro, and it just kind of looks like this should be the outro thing. Also, I don't have any videos or channels to plug, so that's why these are empty. Yeah, and what are these, like ending 2? I think these are endings for episode 2. Not like the number of endings. Yeah, this was cool. This has like hotline for music, but it's all muted on purpose. So because I didn't check the audio levels. What is commentary universal? I believe my original idea was to have the outros. Yeah, I remember. My original idea was to have every single episode have an outro commentated by me. Kind of like, ooh, spooky, lay out the sort of things that you might think about, but I ended up against it. Yeah, they showed the fire. They showed everything here. Yeah, I believe so. And there's some. What is this? And from FTC. It's a black video. Oh, it's like the intro draft, I believe. What? Why is there so much black in the beginning? Questions that will never be answered. Intro lines 2, intro lines 3. Just basically me picking out the lines for Pixel. What else we have? We have assets. A bunch of random stuff which was used at some points. We already kind of worked in here, but yeah, there's the scroll sound in Spelunky. There's the flag that's in Spelunky. There is this is the population chart of what languages people speak in Finland. Not in Holland. in the Almond Islands. This is a fuck you jab. This is a Jack Whore. I don't know what these files are. Gaysby Luke. Again, no clue. Use. Coolidge. What the fuck is all of this? We have the book joke. This is one editing joke in the series. And because I cannot type in my editing software, I had to do it like this. I'm gonna in my wait, what? I think this like I'm gonna go ahead in my book. It's the joke of the edit, but it's weird, and this is not how you spell height. I guess that's a spoof on. Yeah, that's supposed to be my speech impediment spelled out. This is my weird drawing of Link with the mask of me. Custom Hearts. This built by Albin and we're used in Spelunky, which is a good season to use to watch. Here's the Danger Flash thing. Never used any of these, except like the ones that were in another season, but as you can see there was like no, actually aren't any. These are like all for Skyblock. That's the last time on Skyblock. I'm gonna skip that for Numerhouse. This is the idea when making Spelunky. I had this idea of having a number for each like round we had, but ended up against it. Also didn't exactly do them on number. Ports. These are actually not all of the ports. These are simply the Help Shadow versions of it, so the actually used ones. We'll actually look at the ports file. There might be some unused ones. And new assets, okay. White border. This is the simplest thing you can be. And then here is the new idea for overlay. This would have been behind the alive ports. This would have been behind the death ports while you still had the death ports. Yeah, it's a Hobbit door. And this is a sort of a thing that I would have put here, and then I would have like had them on here most likely. Whatever. That's it here. Audio visual. This is, I believe, sound effects. Yes, some sound effects were in assets. And this is music. I believe this is every single song that was used in the series, except here's outro songs. Some of these were not used. But these are like folk songs, while these are like video game music mainly. Except I believe this is in like one Spelunky episode. It's like a Hungarian fascist march or whatever. It's super fucking random. Whatever. And these thumbnails! All the Japcore thumbnails as well as stream thumbnails and stuff like that. Yeah, like, is there anything weird? This is a thumbnail of this video. There's some Jab stream board thumbnail which I actually quite like. It's a stream board thumbnail that I don't really like. Here's a video on my main channel. Here is a thumbnail for a video that I was supposed to do on my main channel in Finnish, but I never did it. Yeah, that's about it. Here's the cool thumbnail from Jepco Diablo. You should go watch. I like that season. I made the thumbnail for that as well. I think this was a cool thumbnail. It just worked out really well. I think actually here. Yeah, look, I have a drop shadow here. I don't have a drop shadow here. Why did I stop adding drop shadows? I guess I stopped adding drop shadows on the thumbnail at some point. That's why all of these look way worse. Yeah. Weird. I did have shadows on all of these ones, I think, yeah? Yeah, they have. I do have the drop shadows myself, by the way. I don't use a weird shaft quite a lot of them. Yeah, whatever. Let's go in the final folder, which all of you have wanted to see probably, which is Among Us. The only season that I have footage of. Out of point of views, you can see the cast there. I think there were also people who didn't record. And here is Drafts. The only episode that was made. Love this intro, so slick. Tell me in the comment section down below if you want me to upload this. This is a bit boring though. It's yeah, it has no overlay on it. There you can see that's the cast. Pumpkin, I believe, was Albert. Yay! Let's go away from FTC folder and let's go in not Japco ports. Portraits, everyone. Let's go to them. Albinum. You might have already seen this. This is a weird version of an album with the onion hair. That was Alex. This is Andrew. This Black Andrew here. Mussolini, bigger. Blue Lego, Casey. I believe Chandler, Dario. This was for the Among Us thing. I never used that. Quite don't like this part. I like the death part. I don't like the wife part. Evan, I also like the death part a lot here. I like death part in center. Funky, this is a really boring death part. But the original Funky part was so bad. It's I think it's used in a jab core season. It's really bad. Way better. Hammond. Also, there were a lot of variations of these ports at the beginning, because when I first met this style, I was really excited to draw in it. Oh, there's the one without the scarf. You can see kind of what the neck looks like. It's just the scarf and the hat. The original jab here, updated jab. Absol jab. This is updated, the one of Jack that was actually used in season. This is a Jagoop. Old Capaport. Ooh, get that difference. This is the third one. A cool pirate hat. These were really similar. Link never was changed. I like the eyes in this one. Sluka, for those who haven't noticed, it's like the gates on Auschwitz that say work will set you free. It's on that one. This is I love this Marcus one. I love the Marcus that one. Melody, I don't think it was ever used. Also like that one. Bunch of different versions of Meta. Me, bunch of different versions of me. Nick, only 2 versions of Nick. Auto, Pixel Up. The board without the effect. Genuinely also like this one, but the board with the effect is nicer. Robert, voice version of Robert with the voice hat thing. Hooky with banana. The Haiyan. This is this thing is supposed to be the item to Haiyan from Terraria. If you didn't know, it's another version of Casey. Silvete. Dig Jukes. I don't know what this is. Thomas, Tony, different versions of Tony. Vextex for Starbound, never used, don't really like their life for at all. It has weird things with the eyes, that's what we worked on them. I like the spot though, and Whack, and Waluigi, yeah, and then what the fuck at the end there. Hopefully those were actually seeable on camera. Hey, at least those, I don't know what this is. Mystery, I don't know what those are. Doodlings, this was when I drew King Kyle II when I was thinking of doing drawn figurines I could use in editing, but I never did it because it took time. And this is just drawing Wasabi, and this is me in the whole core style. I don't know if there is anything else. These are like Mastercore boards for some unused season Mastercore time. I look at this port, this would have gotten me cancelled. Yeah, that's it, I believe. There might have been other things that I would have liked to talk about, but I don't remember them now, so I'm not going to talk about them. Thank you for watching, guys. Like, comment, and don't subscribe, because I don't think I'm ever going to upload anything anymore on this channel. Goodbye.